Chris Christie endorses a new fight. Mike Huckabee fights Ted Cruz over evangelicals. Marco Rubio picks a fight with just about everyone. By the way, Iowa's coming up. Chief political correspondent Carl Cameron has tonight's highlights on the Republican presidential trail.
Issues that we face today.
Marco Rubio's turning it on.
And you're in Iowa, you get the first choice.
Running third in recent Iowa polls, he's shifting from optimistic policy wonk to more of the anger and fear over terrorism and chaos that frontrunners Donald Trump and Ted Cruz have tapped into.
And our defenses are being weakened and our foreign policy is being undermined by this president. So I just think this is an issue that's growing in prevalence as the days go by more and more.
Rubio hits Cruz for flip-flopping on immigration daily, despite Cruz's routine denials.
He has a right to change his position, but it's a different position.
He's also going after Chris Christie for expanding Medicaid in New Jersey and embracing other aspects of the Obama agenda.
We can't have another president that supports Common Core or gun control or expanding Obamacare. I mean, these are serious policy disputes.
Christie addressed an addiction forum in New Hampshire today where the opioid and heroin epidemic is raging. Also attending were John Kasich, Jeb Bush, and Carly Fiorina.
This is a battle we must fight.
Christie's gaining ground in New Hampshire and expanding operations in Iowa in hopes of overtaking Jeb Bush in the first caucuses, then winning the first primary.
What I think is happening is that my hard work is being rewarded.
Bush now casts himself as Trump's biggest critic and routinely stokes the right's fears that Trump will destroy the GOP brand.
The simple fact is Donald Trump would help Hillary Clinton get elected.
Cruz continues to court evangelicals and homeschoolers across Iowa with the help of faith leaders like Dr. James Dobson.
If we allow non-believers to elect our leaders, we shouldn't be surprised when our government doesn't reflect our values.
But Mike Huckabee, winner of the 2008 Iowa caucuses and an ordained Baptist minister who's also on a bus tour of Iowa, says evangelicals should think twice about Cruz, who's courting big donors and libertarian-leaning Tea Partiers with his support of states' rights under the 10th Amendment, which is often applied to same-sex marriage and the legalization of marijuana, among other things.
Hold me accountable and hold any other candidate accountable. If they're saying something different to the voters in Iowa in an evangelical audience than they're saying to the big donors in Manhattan.
Whether it's their Judeo-Christian values, their American values, their commitment to the Constitution, their own records, or their plans for the future, the Republican field is now engaged in a complex multi-state cage match that still may be completely unresolved even after the first 8 to 10 weeks of voting. Brett?
Carl Cameron in Des Moines. Carl, thanks. We'll be out there on Thursday.